Okay, so hey guys, today I want to show you guys how we can add a site-wide notice to your WordPress website. There are multiple ways. You can create a plugin, you can go ahead and inject it through JavaScript, you can pretty much just hard code it into your theme page. I think the best, cleanest way is to do it through a plugin. However, plugins take a little bit longer to develop because you have to register the plugin. You have to create maybe a user interface for the admin and then output whatever options or so on to the front page and all of that, right? That's one way of doing it. The other way, which is the simplest, is to inject code into your actual theme. The second option, which is a little bit better than injecting code into your theme, is pretty much adding a hook to your theme. So in the future you can put in site-wide notices. You can go ahead and put alerts, or even use that for marketing, whatever it is that you might want to use that for. Depending on the theme that you purchase or whatever you're using may already have an option for that, right? So the best thing would be to go check your own manual. Some don't. We'll go ahead and start looking at our website, right? This is a website that I'm currently working on, right? So if you'll notice, it's loading. It's not completed yet. I'm still working on it. So we pretty much want something like this, right? The kind of like when you're logged into WordPress, you have that bar. Of course, we don't want it to be following us. So there are two easy ways to doing this, right? One is to me, which is the dirtiest way. It's just injecting the code to your header, right? And the little bit cleaner is injecting a hook, or calling a hook in your header, and then modifying that hook on your functions.php, right? It's a lot safer. I would think it's a lot, well, in my opinion, it's a lot cleaner, right? If we go ahead and right click and inspect this on Chrome, right, we'll go ahead and get our code inspector, right? We'll go ahead and look for that area, right? If you notice this page, so we have body, page, right? And then our website begins header and container and whatever, right? I would like to go ahead and add this between body and page, right? So what I'll go ahead and do is open up my files. This is my WordPress installation. I'll go under security, which is my theme that I'm running at, right? And then this is the header that I'm running, right? The best way I can confirm that this is it is I'll just type in some random stuff, right? We'll save the file, we'll come here and refresh the page, right? And you'll notice that those random words are there, right? So we can begin adding a little bit of HTML just so we can format it a little bit better, right? So we'll go ahead and call this the IVI class site-wide notice wrap, right? I'm using Bootstrap, which allows me to format things easier, right? So in this case, I'll go ahead and name this container, right? I could even call this, can I call this a row? Maybe, we'll see. And then the class call md12, that's so it takes up full page, and then we'll go ahead and put in this random text. Hi, we are here. We'll go ahead and reload the page, and here it is. Hi, we're here, right? If you notice, it's pretty much not following the, how can I put this, the it's going out of its container box, so likely this row class is messing me up. I'll go ahead and add row, and then we'll go ahead and add this, so this should be a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so this is the best way you can do. You can add that. We can simply put something like hi, due to due to COVID-19. This COVID-19, our stores are currently closed. If you need help, call us at 53 whatever. Okay. So we can go ahead and add that over here, right? If we want to format this, we can simply do something like background danger, right? If we really want to make this dirty, we can simply just do let's go to this guy over here. We'll go ahead and add inline style, so we'll put in something like text line center or FFF. We'll go ahead and make this a little bold, strong, or yeah, if you need to call us at okay, color FFF text align. We'll go ahead and add a little bit of padding, just so it's actually not even that. We'll go ahead and add line height 1.5 em. See how this looks. There you go. Actually, we'll go ahead and add padding 5 pixels, just so it's a little bit more spaced out, right? So yeah, we have our site-wide message already. Okay. What you can do, if you like to, you can go ahead and add a new page, right? We'll go ahead and add a new page. While that's loading up, let me check on WordPress. I get page URL by ID. Okay, permalink. There you go. Come on, get permalink. So pretty much that's all we need. So test COVID message. This is the message we want to display customers. Okay, we'll go ahead and publish this page. Publish. Okay, and then what we can do, instead of putting a phone number, we can go ahead and put hi, due to COVID-19 our stores are closed, and then for more more information, right? We can make this into a link. More information here, right? We'll go ahead and click this ahref. We'll leave this blank for now, right? And then using this function, we can simply inject some PHP here. PHP echo get permalink. Does this echo it or what? It returns false if post doesn't exist. Okay, so we need to give it a post ID. In this case, this will be 756. So let's see. If we refresh this, we will have hi, due to COVID our stores are currently closed. More information here. If we click this, it'll take us to this test COVID-19, right? We'll go back and we'll fix this up a little bit. Same thing, we'll just make it dirty. Style color FFF. Okay, and actually we'll go ahead and put a text decoration underline, right? Just so they can see that's a link, right? Gives you a notion that's a link, right? Oh, and then to make things a little bit prettier, we can go ahead and into Font Awesome. I know Font Awesome has released some COVID-19 icons. So let's see if we can go ahead and virus. Is there anything that says Corona? No. COVID. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and use this, the virus, or maybe let's see what else do they have here. Age, hospital, disease. Okay, whatever. We'll go ahead and use this icon. So we'll just copy this. Hi. Due to COVID-19, we'll go ahead and put it before COVID-19, just so it doesn't look so plain, right? There you go. It looks like a star. That doesn't look good. Or actually, we'll go ahead and put in a warning notice, a little warning icon. The exclamation triangle, whatever, and then instead of putting it before COVID, we'll go ahead and remove the hi. We'll go ahead and just put something like this. Okay, and here it goes, and then we'll actually go ahead and add a little bit of a style to margin right 5 pixels, just so it's a little bit more spaced out. Right, there you go. I think we need to go with padding 10 pixels, just so. There you go. Okay, so this is our sidewide message. So this is the way of doing it the dirty way. You're pretty much just injecting it to your header. Once again, right, we figured out where we wanted to place it. We right-clicked inspect, right? We found that we could put it between the page and the body, right? Not between. We decided to put it inside body before page, right? So here it is. Here's all the code that we've written. Right, I'm using Bootstrap, so it allows me to use row container and then call 12, call md12, just so I can format it easier. And we just added some inline text, or some inline styles, right? Some inline CSS. Is this the best way of doing it? No. Because afterwards you have to go look for your file, and you have to come to the header and you'll have to delete it. So we're going to do something similar to this, but a little bit more cleaner, right? We're going to separate we're going to leave a hook on that area for future notices, right? If you're trying to have a sale or some sort of site-wide notice, you can go ahead and activate it or deactivate it anytime through your functions.php, right? So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and just comment this out for a while. So we'll comment this out, right? We'll go ahead and open up PHP, open up PHP tags. Once again, this is between inside body before page, right? By the way, yours might not be called page, might be called something else. I would advise you to put it right after body, right? So we'll go ahead and like do action, and we'll go ahead and call some random action. So we'll go ahead and call SB sidewide notice, right? Now, if we go ahead and save this, we will not get an error, right? There's nothing there. So we're basically calling an action that doesn't exist. So WordPress, since they couldn't find it, it doesn't error out. It just doesn't do anything, right? So now what we're gonna do is to this non-existent, or let's say an empty action, we're going to add an action to it, right? So we'll go to our functions file of our theme. That's where most people write their functions or customization, let's say that, right? So we're going to do an add action, and we're going to add an action to SV sidewide notice, and we're going to and what we're adding to it will be SV COVID sidewide notice, right? So this, what we're doing is pretty much telling WordPress, hey, we're adding an action to this hook, which we already are calling, right? And the action is SV COVID, whatever, right? And now we have to go ahead and create that function. Right, so we'll go ahead and use the same name that we used there, right? And simply create this, right? Then we'll go ahead and do test. Can you see me here? And then don't forget your semicolon. We'll refresh the page, and look, we are right here. Okay, so as I said, you've instead of putting all of this code on the header itself, we are adding a hook to the header. We're calling a hook. We're doing a hook, or whatever you want to call this, right? We are doing a hook. The best thing of this is at any time you can simply just comment this section out and leave your theme alone, right? And if in the future you want to go ahead and activate it again, you can just come to your functions and add whatever it is that you want there, right? So that's to me, it's cleaner than just injecting it to your header, right? So what we're going to do is basically grab all of this, that whole thing that we commented out. I'm going to start, I'm going to do an OB start. I'll put HTML OB get clean. So this allows us to pretty much run in this instance where we can just put in a bunch of code and not worry about capturing it or whatever, right? Pretty much there you go. This is what we have commented out, and then echo HTML. Pretty much output the HTML, and voila, we have everything here, right? So that is one simple way of doing it. What we've done basically is created a page or a landing page for our COVID notice. We've gone ahead and added a hook to our header, right? And then added an action to that hook, and then simply added our message. So that pretty much wraps it up. The best, I would advise you, the way to clean it is take the CSS out, and then just put it on a CSS file. You can put it on SAS or whatever, right? But if this is like kind of like a one-time type of deal, this is the cleanest way. And once you're done with it, you can just go to your functions, comment this out. You don't even have to delete this or anything. Just comment it out, and pretty much it's empty. Okay, so hope this is helpful. Might be a little bit confusing. I might make a plugin for this. I'm pretty sure there are plugins out there, but we'll see. Okay, if you have any questions, just write them down on the comment area. I'll see what it is that I can do. Yeah, I hope this was helpful for you guys.